In this short video, I'm going to describe how to make a kitchen garden bed with a boundary wall around it. So first thing first is you should have some bricks lying around, and as my mantra, I do not throw away the things that I feel that I might use at some point in time. So these bricks were taken from my driveway, which was repaved, and I took out the old bricks. They were there. They were not too many, but they were enough to create two of them, two kitchen garden beds basically. First thing that needs to be done is dig out the perimeter where you're gonna put the walls around, and it does not have to be too deep. Actually, it's just maybe 1 or 2 inches deep, just below the grass roots, and then you put in the fine gravel wherever you can find that one, and make sure the better edges of the stones, they always face outside. In this picture you can see the good faces are on the outside and the rough faces are the inside. And you see how much is the slope, and then probably you'll have to make 2 different layers of the slope where you can put the stones in. So I had to create 2 slopes, as you see in this one. One is lower, one is higher, just to cover the slope. I'm not going too deep because this is not something that you're gonna be using for load bearing. It's just there to protect you and basically to make the garden bed look nice, and that's all about it. So basically you go as deep as probably you find the smooth ground, and you put in the gravel and then put in the stones. After that is just to put in the stones, and to put the stones in and in between, like under and as well as in between the stones, I have used the construction glue, 3x glue from Lepage, and that's specifically kind of designed for these outdoor works. You can use the mortar as well, but mortar is gonna be messy. It will not be so clean. I don't know whether that will be so durable because they are not really so high wall. So glue is perfectly fine. It dries very quickly. So once you put that in, you leave it for maybe a couple of hours, and then it will be very strongly bounded together. Then you just keep putting on these stones, the good edges on the outside, rough on the inside, and I had deliberately selected the finest stones to be put on the top layer and the roughest one at the bottommost layer. And you see I had created on 2 small portions on the right side because I'm gonna put in the mint, and mint is a very invasive herb, and that can spread very quickly around. So I had to control it. The roots for the mint doesn't go too deep. It just stays kind of on the top, maybe a couple of inches in the and then it spreads on the top, not from under. So I put in these stones, and I glued them together very nicely to make sure that there are no gaps in between. I have also put a portion of the fence with some screen which was lying around with me, just to protect that whatever I put into this garden bed does not go on the neighbor's side. So that mesh is gonna protect that. After I completed the stonework, then I put in the boundaries as shown in this picture. This is a treated wood. This is not cyanide treated wood. This one is oil treated wood for the decks and all those stuff, and you don't want to use the wood which has been cyanide treated, because that is a poison, and that's a really horrible poison to deal with. So you have to use the treated wood which is generally prepared for the deck work. And on the left side you see is this wood is actually 2x8, and on the right side this is 1x6. so I protected the boundaries of this work, and then I'm gonna fill that up with the soil. First I put in a bag of moss, and after that I put in the topsoil, many bags of topsoil, and that basically makes the garden ready. And in this picture you have seen that I planted the mint, and on this one you see that I planted some tomatoes, some chilies and all that other stuff. So this is how you quickly and nicely prepare the kitchen garden stuff in your backyard. This picture shows the other portion that I had prepared a year before I did this one that I discussed. So it looks pretty nice.